Hey traders, welcome back to another daily profit and loss recap video. Today is Tuesday, July 11th. I just finished up trading for the morning and I locked in $1,086 in profits. After yesterday being the biggest red day that I've had in probably close to 2 months, my goal for today was to cut back on my position sizes, and rather than trying to recoup the money that I lost yesterday, I was just trying to execute some really solid trades and trade a little bit more consistently. And I think that I did that pretty well. I was still able to recoup most of my losses from yesterday. And in this video, we're going to break down all of the trades that I placed today, talk about my thought process behind them, so that hopefully you can take something from my trading and apply it to your own. Alright, so with all of that being said, the first trade for me today was with the stock ABOS. The previous day's closing price on ABOS was $5.06, and we had this big gap up in pre-market, hitting a high of $7.52, before fading all the way back down and opening at $5.75. So it gave back most of its pre-market gains, but it was set up really nicely for a potential recovery. And the reason that I knew that is because if we take a look down here at the daily chart, we can see that this is a stock that historically is relatively strong when it has a gap up. A lot of times we'll see these small cap stocks that will gap up 20%, 50%, 100% or more, and then they'll come straight back down at the market open. And that same thing happens over and over and over again because history does tend to repeat itself in the stock market. A quick example of that is with the stock SNOA. We can see every time it gaps up or every time it has a big spike up, there ends up being these long upper wicks on the daily chart, and then the price ends up coming straight back down from that gap up. Okay, but ABOS on the other hand was looking really solid for a potential gap and go because it historically performs pretty well when it has a gap up. Now, if we look at the 5-minute chart up here, you can see that the $5.50 level was acting as a key level of support all throughout the pre-market session. So over in the Market Master group, what I posted at 9:25 this morning before the market opened was that I was watching ABOS at the open to see how it reacts to the $5.50 level. Ideally, it would dip below to trap short sellers, reclaim that $5.50 level, and then squeeze back to 6+. And if we take a look at what happens here at the market open, it briefly breaks down under $5.50, traps some shorts, reclaims $5.50, breaks through VWAP, and then squeezes up above 6. So it worked out perfectly according to the plan. I bought into a starter position once it started to reclaim that $5.50 level, and then I added into that position once it started to break out above VWAP. Locked in a portion of my profits here into this high volume candlestick that was breaking out above the opening range. And then I locked in the rest of my profits once it started to reject the $6.40 level and started to consolidate here under $6.20. Okay, so that was a really solid trade. I locked in $731 in profits on that trade alone. And more importantly, because it was posted about in real time here in the Market Master group, I believe we had some traders that were able to lock in some profits on this trade as well. For example, Murph ABOS locked in $224 in profits. Always makes me happy to see some traders following along with my trades and making money on them as well. But with all of that being said, the next trade for me was BTAI. BTAI was on watch this morning because it was in the Market Master Group's trade plans. And the reason for that is because on the daily chart, we can see there was recently a big gap down. It had a really solid recovery from that gap down and then started to consolidate and kind of form a little bit of a base here right around $9 per share. So this was looking solid for a recovery back up towards these recent highs. Again, just assuming that it would continue to hold this $9 area. So once it started to go red to green this morning, it started to break above the previous day's closing price. I took a small position of 500 shares, and it did move in my favor for a bit. It pushed up to a high of $10.49, but it didn't have the follow through that I was looking for. It started to pull back to VWAP, break under VWAP, and I ended up just taking a very small profit on this trade of $16.76. I decided to do that because I was kind of losing patience in it at that time. Volume was starting to slow down, and at that point I already had some solid profits with my other trades. And moving on to the last trade for me today, this was GDTC. GDTC was the biggest gap up this morning in pre-market. So naturally, because of that, it was going to be on watch for a gap and go and for an opening range breakout. So like always, we post the opening range breakout levels every single morning in pre-market for the stocks that have the best opportunities for a gap and go. And GDTC today is no exception. The opening range breakout level of $8.20 was posted at 9:33 this morning. So if we were to draw $8.20 here on the chart, we can see this is going to be our opening range breakout level. We have a very quick, brief break above that level before it rejects straight back down. I'm fortunate enough to have locked in quick profits on this trade. I also made sure to let the team know that this was most likely going to be a very quick scalp initially, unless it was able to start forming a base above $8.20. And the reason for that is simply because we've seen a lot of these quick false breakouts happening lately. So if you're trading these opening range breakout levels, it's important to lock in quick profits and then look to rebuy once that breakout level turns into an area of support. And because that never happened with GDTC, I never rebought. I just had a very quick scalp from this opening range breakout. My average price was about $8.22, I believe. I locked in very quick profits here just into the VWAP area, and then I locked in the rest of my profits here just under $9 per share. Ended up with a total of $339 in profits on that trade alone, which brought my overall total for the day to $1,086 in profits. Solid day and solid trading. I'm happy to have been able to bounce back pretty nicely from yesterday's red day. Hopefully you found some value in this video, and if you did, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you want to hear about these stocks that I'm trading in real time, as well as work with our team of traders, have access to our day trade and swing trade alerts, our detailed trade plans, our live trade ideas scanner streams, and so on and so forth, all of that can be found in the Market Master group. There's going to be a link down below in the description for you to get signed up. Anyway, thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck with your trading.